Welcome back, everybody. This is Herbie with my Nomadic Dream, and I'm going to show you the lodge that I work at part-time when I'm not driving the shuttles. Before I give the tour, this whole area here at the North Rim is about 18 miles north of the north entrance. This used to be a ranch. Like, they had cattle out here. They would have a plane landing out front somewhere. So this is turning 100 years old. So with it being 100 years old, it is in really good condition. And the lodge is the Kaibab Lodge on the north side of the Grand Canyon, and this is what it looks like. We got these tall pine trees, we got the cabins, and the main lodge that used to be the ranch. Yeah, 100 years old. But check out the view that is here. Sure is pretty stunning. The sunsets here are amazing, and the sunrises are just as equally great. But we're gonna get inside and check it out. We're gonna come through the main door. Got the little gift shop here. Everything a hiker may need, even porcupines. Sunglasses, moose, which is kind of odd because we have elk on the south rim, which is over there, and no elk on this side. You know, essentials, first aids, telescopes for nightly viewings. Because this is a dark sky park. Shirts, walking sticks. Of course, every full-time traveler's favorite. Magnets and stickers galore. And t-shirts. These things are pretty darn cool. Rim to rim. I do want to get me one of these later this season. Check out these rafters and the brickwork on the mantle. It is kind of crazy to think that somebody actually used to live here. That I think is pretty fascinating. But this kitchen is a full kitchen as well. And I'll take you guys in there for a quick peek. The kitchen literally has everything that you need to make really good food. You got the double ovens, you got the grill, you got the burners, just everything. And the walk-in coolers are all back in there. We won't go that way. But this is a dining room. Plenty of seating. We got buffet style breakfast and dinners. And ooh, here's the pictures of the old lodge. You see, this is back when it was a ranch. People hanging out on the old porch. This is that airplane that I was talking about, how they would have it land next to the cabin, which according to that picture, it used to land back in this field over there. And here's another picture of the cattle that they had. These buildings are no longer here, but to keep the appearance of how it used to be, we have cabins over there. So I'll take you over there and show you that. So go out this door. This is a brand new porch that was put on last month. So it wraps around the front and it comes all the way over. And there's tons of seating here. It's definitely gotten super busy here with all the hikers staying here and just people coming to visit the North Rim. So this is the only lodging within 25 minutes of the North Rim's Grand Canyon Lodge. The next closest is Jacob's Inn, which is an additional 35 minutes north of here. But yeah, let's check out that view. I'm gonna try to angle the camera so it's similar to that photo once I get over here. I do love history, so I think it's very fascinating that they have photos of what the old ranch and the cabin looked like 100 years ago. Because I like point of reference photos. I'm just walking in this meadow. Can't pronounce it well, but see, those are the cabins I'm talking about. So in that photo, you had a person hanging on the back porch there and some people on the front porch, smaller. But in the photo with the cabins, these are all rebuilt, but it definitely resembles what it used to look like when it was a private ranch. There is no cell service here, so I'm finally using my Starlink, and I'm not a fan of the extra price that I have to pay to have internet, but I tell you what, the download speeds are freaking amazing. But when I go back to Quartzsite, I'm going to deactivate Starlink for the season and go back to using my regular cell service. All right, we're coming out on the other side of here. So I'll flip you guys around and show you. So adjacent to the main lodge, we got the Meadow View cabin. This is like the main cabin, the biggest one, single cabin usage. That one's for like storage for like t-shirts and stuff. But I guess years before the new owner bought it, they had ATV rentals. So you rent the ATVs or get rides, and they will take you on scenic rides around the North Rim and all of that stuff. But I'm gonna go back inside and show you guys the rest. It's where I am not out of breath. We are about 9,000 feet of elevation, so even little hills really wind you. But we did get a brand new ice machine a couple weeks ago, so all the hikers are happy for that with all of their coolers. But we got some seating around here. The only thing that I wish it had was like a enclosed fire pit, like right here. That would be amazing. Oh, but discovered 2 fire pits. One is behind the gas station, up the hill and to the left. There's like a flat area, and it has a really nice, decent sized fire pit. But back there, behind the workshops, there's actually like a bridge that crosses like this little waterway. And there's a big old area, like a fire pit, probably 10 feet wide. Sometime this summer, I plan on getting with the rest of the workers and going back there and having a fire. You need to find a chainsaw though, because there's this big log blocking one of the pathways. But I think that would be really cool to use, but let's get inside. All right, back inside the main cabin, we got the best worker here, Miss General Betty. But we sell all the alcohol you can possibly want to drink. You know, the foo-foos, the local breweries, Coors, Bud Light, you know, White Claw, Twisted Teas. No one's busted their heads with the Twisted Tea can, so that's good. We got wine and champagne. We got more seating here. Got the big old fireplace, lounge area, which was really cool to use before all the guests came. So now us workers basically hang out elsewhere. But there is this piano over here. I've been doing some practicing. I'm gonna sit down and see if I can remember anything. It's been a couple weeks. So See, I don't remember anything. And I just retaught myself. But yeah, that's gonna conclude today's video on the main lodge and a little bit of the history. So until next time, check out the north room. All right, later guys, bye.